is from kqed.org. KQED.org. This is about Queen Califia. All right. Now, Montalvo wrote a book about this. What did Montalvo say? It says, if you've never heard of Queen Califia, you're not alone. She was a character in Las Sergas de Esplandian, an early 16th century romantic adventure novel, right? Written by Spanish author Garcia Rodriguez de Montalvo. In Las Sergas, Califia was described as a black warrior queen who ruled the mythical island of California. You see that? It says the mythical island of California. Now, what they do is, in order to make us detach from Queen Califia, so we don't look at her as a figure of that actually existed and our ancestors actually were here thousands of years ago and we ruled all of California all the way down to the south, all right? To make y'all put that out of y'all mind so y'all don't put two and two together, they have to put words in like novel and mythical. They have to put those type of words in order to make you not so we don't identify with Queen Califia. That's what they do. That's exactly what they do. You got to understand that.
I feel like preaching in here.
You got to make sure that you doing the research and understanding. They're going to put certain words to throw your mind off. So now you can't, now you won't think, oh, okay, well, it's just a mythic, it's just mythical. Okay, that's a novel, so it's not real. So where did Garcia Montalvo, where did he get that idea that it was a mythical island? Because I just showed you the map from 1720, right? That literally showed California as an island. Now watch this map. Watch this map, y'all. This is another map. What does it say right here? This is from Christina.com. I'm going to put this link in the chat too so y'all can see it. Because I don't want y'all to think I'm making nothing up. Watch this. Okay, now watch this map, y'all. Watch what it says. What does it say right there? It says Isle de California. You see that? Isle de California. Isle is a abbreviation or a short term to say island. You see that? It says Isle de California, ladies and gentlemen. So it was an island. It was an island. Nobody's going to tell you that. Nobody is going to tell you that. It is, I'm telling you, everything we've been taught is a lie. Everything. If you don't study this stuff, you're going to have people going to have they're going to have you so confounded. They're going to disconnect you from your heritage and the land, Sister Carrie. And you right, Sister Carrie, disconnect you from the land. You right, Sister Carrie. This is what goes on with our people. If we don't, I'm telling you, if we don't study this stuff out, I'm telling you, we're not gonna know anything. You ain't gonna know where you come from. You're not gonna know who your ancestors are, and you definitely not gonna know no American history. All of this stuff have to be studied out. And I've been sitting on this information for some years now. I just never brought it out because I'm like, you know what? When it's time for me to bring it out, I'll start talking about it. I got way more maps that I can show you that'll mess you up. You be like, what? I'm gonna bring them out at a later time. I'm gonna show y'all these maps that's gonna go crazy. I got a website, man. Listen, I'm not gonna say nothing about it. I'm just gonna. Listen. Everything we've been taught about our history is a lie. Everything. If we don't study, we're going to be lost. That's just the bottom line. Now watch this, y'all. This is on the Library of Congress. What does it say at the top? It says Florida Group of Natives, Indian River. This is on Library of Congress. Let me put this in the chat because I don't want y'all to think I'm lying or making nothing up. Let me put this in the chat, y'all. Hold on. This says Library of Congress, Florida Group of Natives. When you scroll down and look at the picture, who you see? Our people. Those Those are our people on the picture. It said Florida natives. These are our people on this picture. And when you read the picture, it literally says Florida group of natives, Indian River. Florida group of natives. But then when you go down and read the summary, it says what? African American men. You see that? African American men. Those are our people on those pictures. Period. Those are our people on those pictures. They will never tell you this stuff. They're not going to tell you. Everything we've been taught is a lie. Once we start studying and uncovering it, and then what happens is, as soon as you uncover the truth and you start posting it, they're going to start saying, oh, you self-hating. You trying to twist history. Wait a minute. Hold on. History is his story. That's his story. And the his that I'm referring to is the people who conquered. Because the people who conquered, they conquered and they wrote. They conquered and they wrote. So they the ones that wrote these stories. So you telling me I gotta follow the story of the people who conquered? I can't research nothing for myself and present my truth? And if I do present my truth, it's racist. Or if I don't follow your narrative of history, it's racism. Stop it with that, bro. Y'all gotta stop with that. I'm talking about the other races of people. Because I ain't got no problem with no race. But y'all gotta stop with all of that. Oh, that's racist because we bringing the truth out. No, it's not. It's just you don't like this version of history. That's all it is. You want us to follow your narrative, and that's not how this working no more. We got the internet. We got the internet. We can research. We got Library of Congress. We got all these different places where we can go find records and history of our people. We don't need no narrative no more. You understand? And that's what people don't understand. Watch this. This is another picture from Library of Congress. What does it say? It says, famous Indian fighters. Famous Indian fighters. But when you look at the picture, who you see on there? Our people. You see our people. Even at the bottom of the picture it says, Troop A, 9th U.S. Cavalry, famous Indian fighters. But when you go down to the summary and read, what does it say? African American soldiers. But up top you just said famous Indian fighter. That is proof that we are aboriginals. That is proof that these people called us that. We got to start waking up. We got to start waking up, man.
You are watching a master at work.
Because at the end of the day, guess what? When you start watching all of this history, and you start seeing all of these people putting this history out, and then you start teaching the history, guess what? They're going to come up and say it's racist. I guarantee it. Every single time. Every single time. Watch this.
Earn a 40-cent Hy-Vee Fuel Saver for every $60 you spend this Friday.
Belize and its people, life in a multicultural society by God. I'm sorry. This book is called Belize and Its People, Life in a Multicultural Society by Godfrey Mokwabu. All right. Now watch what it says. It says, the British buccaneers and pirates also attacked the Maya along the coast of Belize. They raided and destroyed most of the Mayan settlements along the coast. They also stole food, enslaved the Maya, and kidnapped Maya women and children. Some Maya were even sold as slaves to the British plantation owners and settlers in Jamaica. Some were also sold to slave masters in the southern states of the United States. It says especially North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. You see that? They was taking Mayans and selling them in the southern states. I guarantee a lot of y'all never heard that history. Now we know American Indians were sold. It says they were selling Mayan slaves in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. It's a 9 times out of 10 chance you a direct descendant of one of those Mayans if your ancestors come from these places. We know it's all over the South, right? But if they come from these places, it's a 9 out of 10% chance you come from one of those Mayans. Now, just to show you that I ain't making no history up, I'm going to show you this to back up this book. Watch this. This is from the Yucatan Times. What does it say on the picture? It says the Mayan servants, meaning slaves, left in Cuba 1847 to 1848. Who is that on the picture, y'all? Our people. This is our people on the picture. It's our people on the picture. Says the Mayan slaves left in Cuba. And you telling me we not indigenous? You telling me y'all brought us from Africa, man? Stop playing. We gotta wake up and really, man, we gotta do some extensive research on who we are and where we come from. Because that's going to be the first step to everybody getting their man right. You cannot get a people's man right if they don't know who they are. That's just the bottom line. Nobody will ever come to their senses until they know who they are and where they come from. There's that old saying, you don't know where you're going until you know where you come from. You got to know where you come from first. And that's why we push genealogy so much. Because you can take a DNA test, and a DNA test, that's for entertainment purposes. So that DNA test is going to tell you West Africa, blah, blah, blah. Man, my DNA test even said 24% indigenous America's North. And I still don't believe it. I just took it to see what it was going to say. I don't care about no DNA tests. We do genealogy. You got to trace your lineage. You got to see where your people come from. That's just facts. So once you understand all that, watch this, y'all. This is a book called Africa's Gift to America by J.A. Rogers. What does it say right here? Who is that? That's an Indian chief. Watch what it says at the bottom. It says Negro Indian chief Oshkosh, Wisconsin is named for him. You see that? They named Wisconsin after this chief. So they named Wisconsin after a Negro Indian chief? Okay. It says the great Indian chief, Oshkosh, who gave his name to a Wisconsin town, was of this Negroid stock. You see that? They say he was of a Negroid stock. His son-in-law, John Dubé, was described as a black Ethiopian. You see that? He was described as a black Ethiopian. You telling me we from Africa? Really? Where they do that at? Everything we've been taught about our history is a lie, y'all. Everything. So they let this black Ethiopian just come up and just be, he was just chief of the tribe. He just woke up one day and said, you know what? I think I want to be chief of the tribe. No, that didn't happen. We was already here. Talking about Negro Indian chief. You only saying that because of how he looked and his skin color. That's the only reason why you saying he Negroid. He come from a Negroid stock. So now you say he come from a Negroid stock. So what you just proved is black people are indigenous to America. That's all you proving. See, they try to be slick, but you messed your own self up. See, they'll never bring this stuff out. That's why I keep telling y'all, man, listen, if we don't research and research this stuff out, we're going to continuously be led astray. and all the people that's out there trying to wake their family up, it's sad that the family members, the one, even when you show